Leeds.
Hey guys, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds for your Leeds v Norwich review. I'm happy with the point at Carrow Road, but we'll delve into the main talking points of the game. Please smash a like on the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. But yeah, first half, I thought we came out of blocks flying again like we normally do. I thought we were on top. A really poor decision on Rodon's part to go to ground and drags Sargent's leg back. A Stonewall penalty. He should have just stood him. He didn't need to go to ground there. We're turning back inside. He stands him in that move. He's got to pass backwards there, and that move sort of comes to an end. A really poor decision for a player of Rodon's quality and leadership skills. He goes down, catches his back leg, and it's a Stonewaller. As for the penalty, it's an hard, and I don't like to throw too much shade at goalkeepers for not saving penalties, but when's Meslier gonna even look like saving one? I mean, the penalty itself was so poor. It was just off centre. He stood there, Meslier, and he went about a yard from it. It was such a poor penalty from Sargent, and like I say, for Meslier to get nowhere near it, he just doesn't even look like he's ever going to save a penalty. And that was disappointing because, you get some goalkeepers where a penalty is given against that side and you fancy him to maybe get a good go at saving it. But with Meslier, no, I'm not the biggest Meslier fan, but I guess he gets a lot of stick. Sometimes unjust as well, but he's got to be looking at doing better than that for me. But yeah, it's a penalty. It's 1-0, and that's it. 2 minutes later, Willy does really well inside Norwich's box and gets a really good shot away. Hits the post. That goes in. I think we're flying at that point. I think we looked to threat in that first half, especially. I think Gruev going off was a bit of a kick in nuts. Like that's the worry. I've heard rumblings that it doesn't look good according to Farker. He's got to get a scan tomorrow. I'm praying to God it's not as bad as Ampadu's injury, because that's just not the news we needed. We're losing Ampadu as well. I mean, that's a scary thought to think we could have them two both out long term. So yeah, Gruev gets injured and Rothwell comes on, and I've wanted to see a bit more of Rothwell. He's shown in flashes that he's a very capable player, and from his time at Southampton, I think he got 4 goals in 16 games, and I think only 4 of them were starts. So he can get goals from midfield, and to be fair, today he looked like he was he could take a corner. We never looked like scoring from corners, but he was dropping that ball in the right areas in the box. He was beating the first man. He was getting into the middle of the box for us to try and attack. Although we didn't really look threatening when it went in the box. It was good to see he's beat the first man on pretty much every corner he took. And to be fair, I thought he slotted in really well. To say he probably would have expected to come on so early, if at all. And he slotted next to Tanaka, which is a brand new midfield partnership, and one we probably thought we'd never see. For Ampadu and Gruev both to come out, it was unlikely, but with them both picking up bad injuries, we all know Tanaka's probably going to be a mainstay for now, and it sounds bad, but we need to hope that Rothwell isn't, really, because we need Gruev in there. But I'll be honest, I thought Rothwell played really well today. I thought his passing through the lines were really good. He was always, forward thinking, always wanting the ball, demanding the ball, moving around, getting into space to collect it, looking up, finding a forward pass. I thought, to say it's coming into a game that was very tasty at that point as well. Referee was stop-start. It went end to end, but ref was stopping, giving yellow cards, and not giving yellow cards for some stuff on Norwich's side. I can't even sum that ref up. Apparently on social media before a game, Leeds fans were saying how bad he is and what he's not give us and what he's give against us in past, and I didn't really know much about him, to be honest, but that were a bad, especially the first half, that were a bad performance from referee. Really bad. And I think it was second half when Nonto should have had a penalty too. Didn't give that. But yeah, I thought Rothwell and Tanaka were really good at middle. Tanaka's he's just a Rolls Royce in there, and he just cleans everything up. He's strong, always makes the right pass, nice simple passes, nice triangles, nice 1-2s, give and goes. Really good at cleaning ball up. He looked outstanding. When Tanaka's in the area of the pitch where the ball is, you just don't worry whether he's defending, whether he's got the ball in possession. You don't really have to worry about what he's doing with it. You know he's going to make the right decision 99% of the time. And yeah, I think he's an outstanding player, and I think he give license for Rothwell to push a little bit forward and try and create something. But yeah, them two played really well. But yeah, half time comes and we're losing 1-0. We had the lion's share of the possession. We had, I think it was treble the amount of touches in the opposition box as what Norwich had. But the one stat that matters is the scoreline, and unfortunately we're 1-0 down despite the good efforts. I thought for a team that were kicking us off the park and really wanted to rough us up, which I don't think we've got that many physical players like who were in for a fight other than Ampadu, really. And we know what happened there. Last couple of times he's gone flying in ball and all, he's come out worse off. But you could see they were really giving us it in that physical side of the game, and I'm really proud of them for standing up to it fair and getting on with it. And we've had previous players in previous games where Nonto used to do it quite a bit, where he'd stay on floor, Aronson stay on floor, be moaning at ref, but they sort of just took it tonight and got on with it. So yeah, second half starts, and it were much the same. To be fair, I feel like we were always in control of the game, even when we were behind, which sounds a bit crazy, I know, but I couldn't believe we were behind, to be honest. Like I say, they haven't carved us open. It were a penalty. So yeah, I felt like the goal were coming, and Ramazani, I've said it on a previous video, definitely going the right way, be my favourite player. I think he's outstanding, and I'm going to make the bold call to say he's as good as Somerville. And that might sound crazy because there's no stats to back that up yet. At the end of the season, I'm sure his numbers will be right up there. I mean, 3 starts, 2 goals, 1 assist. Phenomenal play. The way him and Nonto have got such a good understanding already. It reminds me very much of Somerville and Nonto's understanding. They're like mates out there, really good mates. Really tight together when they're moving in positions, whether it's left or right. You find them being drawn to each other. I mean, Nonto finds him with a lovely weighted pass, and it's a wonderful finish inside box, bottom corner by Ramazani. Keeper had no chance, and I just feel like them two are gonna really cause a stir this season, and defenders aren't going to be able to live with them, because when Nonto's on form, he's a very unselfish player as well. He'll always look for that pass as well. He'll probably end up with more assists than he does goals with Nonto. When them two really get going, when they've got 10, 15 games behind them to get playing together, I think they're going to absolutely cook. I think they're absolutely going to cook them two. So yeah, that was on the 60th minute, I think. And then after that, I had a feeling that the winner were going to come, and we were going to get it. And then Farke's, and I love Farke. I'm not a Farke out at all. I'm really like Farke, but those subs today, I want to defend him and say we've got to play again on Friday. We only just played on Saturday, and you've got to rotate your side a bit. But I just didn't see a world there where Ramazani and Nonto had to come off. We just lost all pace, all momentum to bring Bamford and Pirro on. I mean, yeah, Matteo Joseph didn't have the best of games tonight. Didn't really look much of a threat. Probably his worst game of the season without doing anything wrong. He kept on coming deep. Yeah, the ball bounced off him a few times tonight. It just didn't really stick for Joseph tonight. I think he could have played, 3 or 4 games today, and it wouldn't have even a shot on target. To be fair, it just wasn't going to fall for him tonight. So I sort of understand Joseph coming off, but I just to take Ramazani and Nonto off. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. We just lost everything. We just looked so laboured then up top, so slow. And yeah, it was nice to see Bamford come back. I'm not his biggest fan, but we need that depth in certain areas, and it was nice to see him come back. But I don't know really what else to say. Just I'm happy. I'm happy with the point. I'm fuming with the ref. I thought it was shocking. I thought Farke definitely got his subs wrong. But I also understand he's trying to affect the game. He's trying to try something different. And as bench were limited, if we're full strength or close to full strength, you've got a Dan James on there, you've got a Solomon on there. That's real impact. And we're very fortunate to have those options within a squad when we can call upon them anyway. And I know he didn't have those options today, but I don't see why Ramazani not ought to come off. They didn't look leggy. Unless there's a knock or whatever, I just don't know about. Or if you just got one eye on Friday, but I feel a goal was going to come. I feel like we'd have got a winner in that last 10-15 minutes. But then after that, it was just dead. It was gone. We didn't look like scoring that last 15 minutes. But like I say, a point at Norwich is a great point. And if you can, pick up your draws away from home and collect your wins at home, you're not going to be far away. And I think we're 4th now, 2 points off top. And we play them on Friday. And I took that. And I took that at the start of the season at this point. I didn't expect it to be that easy. I didn't expect to be top of the league all season. I expected a bit of a rough start with how the transfer business sort of went and people leaving. And I think where we are now after 8 games, I think we're in a really healthy spot. And this point that we've got tonight, which I've seen online, is bothering a few people, and Farke's getting stick, and I'm giving him his stick, to be fair, for those subs. It wasn't perfect at all tonight, but I think you've got to look at it and go, we get a win on Friday, and this becomes a really good point. Flip side of that, we don't win Friday, we get a draw or a loss. I mean, a draw wouldn't be end of the world for me because it'd be 2 unbeaten away from home. But certainly, I mean, if we don't get out at Sunderland, no one's going to care about a point today. You win at Sunderland, it's a fantastic point. A bit like that West Brom point. You look at that West Brom point, after we go and get a couple more wins after that, and you go, yeah, it's a brilliant point. But I'd rather won today, and Friday would have took care of itself. And if we'd have lost or drew on Friday, that would have been it. But the pressure's on now, because to go to a stadium like it, not get anything on Friday, which the way they're playing, they've got big stadium, loads of fans, expectancy there's huge. Even with the start they've had that people don't expect, the way they're playing, really good young side. They're going to be hungry for Leeds coming to town like they always are, and with the injuries we've got, potentially more with Gruev, it just doesn't sound good. Have we got it in his arsenal to go there and get a win, which really is what's needed? We don't want to go into international break and then Sheffield United straight after on that Friday. We're not going 2 games without a win, whether it's a draw or a loss. So hopefully we'll get good news on Gruev, but if not, hopefully we can get a couple of days rest, get to Sunderland and put in a performance that gets 3 points, because we really need 3 points Friday now. I said 4 points at the beginning of the week it'd be brilliant. Any more would be perfect, but 4 points is brilliant, and there's no point having a meltdown now. We're still on for 4 points out. Can we go to Sunderland and win? Of course we can, 100%. So there's no need to throw baby out with bathwater just yet. It was a solid point today, a good performance under tough circumstances, and yeah, we'll take that point and go Friday to get 3. So thank you very much for watching this fat man waffling on. Always appreciate it, and thanks a lot. Take care. Peace.